Greetings, gardeners. Over here at the Laurel Community Garden, there's a lot going on. It is May 3rd, Sunday, and next weekend is when I was hoping to have my stuff in, but the temperatures are going to be into the 40s, and so the tomatoes and peppers really need it to be above 50 at night. So here's all what I did. So just so you can see some progress, everything's doing well. I pulled some radishes out of here for eating yesterday. They came up nice. My borage is coming up nicely. There's a couple of cabbages in here. I might pull that one. These really were just for decoration, especially that one. If it produces a cabbage for eating, great. But this was really just for cute. I had planted a second set of peas on this trellis, and they never did anything. So what I'll do is I have two more of these. I haven't decided how to use them, if I'm going to use them for tomatoes or for use these two for cucumbers. It depends on how many cucumbers I have. And I'm not sure how much shade this is really going to put underneath here. I was thinking if this did put shade under here, then over here I might do some lettuce and some other things that deal with shade, or some more spinach, and move the spinach from full sun to under the trellis. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how that goes. I put in my flowers because they're fine as long as it's over like low 40s. So my marigolds, my alyssum, and then everything else is doing great. My chard, my kale. I removed the elder gardener here. He kept calling it the Taj Mahal. So I took the frost cover off because I don't think we're at danger of frost anymore. It's going down into the 40s, but not, into the low 30s anymore. I transplanted a bunch of flowers. So over here you can see that I had started a bunch of zinnias and sunflowers in this pack here. So I put a couple of zinnias up front here. Reason I put the zinnias in is because I showed it in a different video. I have some zinnia seeds that have popped up. So I figure if nature feels it's okay for them to be out, who am I to argue? I put a sunflower here. There's a couple of zinnias in here. So I'm going to have flowers along the back for the most part. There's three more sunflowers. There's one there. That's a Mongolian giant. That one right there. And then there's two golden honey bears here and here. And then I filled in with zinnias. Last year I had the zinnias in the middle of the beds, and these California giant zinnias got taller than I did, and they were just too tall, and it didn't make any sense so to have them in the middle of the bed because everything behind them didn't work. And I think I'll just keep them trimmed so they don't get too tall, because I also don't want to upset my neighbors. Everything else is doing okay. So the plan for this, I'm going to put some pole bean seeds on the outside here and have them come up here. And I'm also going to put some pole beans on the inside here and have them come up. This is my section for beets, which I may have to move because they're not compatible with pole beans. I just found out. And this is going to be all tomatoes instead of tomatillos. No more tomatillos ever again. This is a chocolate cherry sunflower. These don't get that big. I think these are going to end up being just for decoration. These are cauliflower. It's very windy today, so this one is just got blown over in the wind now that it's not protected from the cover. So survival of the fittest out here. It's either going to straighten itself out or not. I put two more zinnias here to sort of delineate between my plot and my neighbor. That is a Mongolian giant sunflower, so I'm hoping this one just gets huge. Right in the middle of this plot area here. So I was up here for several hours yesterday. It doesn't really look all that different, but I did get a lot done. Everybody's very anxious. Next weekend is the Mother's Day weekend, which is typically when you put all the plants in. My goal for this year is to put as many seeds in the ground and plants in the ground as possible. I held on to way too many. I was very conservative about spacing last year. I am tucking stuff in everywhere I get a chance. I can tuck some green onions in over here on the side. The only other flowers I need to get in here are nasturtiums. They really don't like the cold, so I'm going to do those last minute. But every square inch of space, which is why I did the chard over here, like to along the edge of the garden. So I don't want any space. I'm hoping this alyssum will just like fill in that hole there. But if there's any space in there, I'm going to tuck something in it. A lettuce, some green onions, something. So that is my goal for this year. Happy gardening.